Today's date is May 23rd. We're in the garage, and the people were talking. The people wanted something. They wanted our guest to come back for his second show. It's our boy Reka in the house. Thank you for coming to hold my whistle.
What's up? But technically, it's my third show.
Because
the Coach's Clinic.
The Coach's Clinic, which was a fun show, and it was kind of a round robin of our coaching staff at San Ynez, but it was definitely your second. But this is second time in the garage.
Officially, yes.
And I'm really excited how, we have whiskey time. We drink all the time. But it's only Reka, and Reka don't drink the hard stuff.
No. Stay away from the hard stuff. Hard stuff always got me in trouble when I was younger. And now I'm an older man. I got kids. I got family.
He's a pro-level beer drinker.
Absolutely. Not on Gandolfo's level, but I'm working my way there.
The Gardner is probably one of the better drinkers. But you're definitely there. You're definitely a competitor. You got game when it comes to drinking beer.
Yes, I might compete for the chip. I might not get it, but I'm going to compete for it.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm not going to leave him out when I want him to feel welcome. So special edition episode, I have leftover beers on ice in the Yeti. Still ice from Saturday. Yeti, like awesome.
Yes.
Like please hook us up.
Shout out to Yeti.
Shout out to Yeti at Yeti.com, Instagram. I'm sure they got it all.
Definitely.
But anyways, the ice is still there. We have assorted beers. We started off with a couple
Guinness Blonde.
You killed those in 20 minutes. We watched the end of the Bucks Raptors game. And
terrible.
And now we got the beers on ice. So set up the scenario. It's pretty cool in here.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great night.
And it's as I spill the bourbon.
Great to be back, and you're spilling.
Didn't spill. But
you didn't spill.
No.
That's awesome.
I got birthday bourbon from Crew Chief. I got some from our boy Yodakai. I got from my brother-in-law. So we got a lot of bourbon, and so I'm actually doing a little. I still have bourbon on deck.
Okay, because I was gonna say that's a little feminine.
Dare I say bourbon? I'm sorry. It's Canadian whiskey, vanilla. It's our friend's Crown Royal vanilla. So it's not bourbon. Can't call it bourbon.
No, you can't.
It's from Canada.
Definitely. It's Canadian.
But who didn't have the Crown Royal pouch? Did you have a
I did.
It was one of the things you had. It was kind of cool.
It's what I used to put my non-tobacco in.
Right. It's perfect for non-tobacco containers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And devices.
Never put a device in there, but I could see where that would fit.
Well, right. Is that,
I could see.
What do they call it? Contraband?
Contraband.
Yeah.
Contraband.
Sorry. Yeah, contraband. So those fit perfect. I know I did receiver gloves.
Okay.
I've done sunglasses, goggles. Like you got your snowboarding goggles. You got them spies.
Absolutely.
You know what's cool about the spies is because you always wanted to go with like the mirrored mask.
Of course.
Football.
You got to.
And you can't do it in football.
No.
But you can do it in snowboarding.
So you do it wherever else you can.
You do it snowboarding, and you get you see what you're allowed to wear now in practices, and they have the team logos on their football visors.
It's like being a football coach now, being a football player in the 90s, the shit that we didn't have that they have today. I mean, they got gloves.
You know what's
logos.
so funny? Okay, the best picture I saw it earlier this week. It was a meme of just your girdle.
Right.
With all the parts to the girdle.
Yep.
Butt pad, hip pads, thigh pads.
Yep.
And with a drawstring fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And or you you would actually see your hip pads. They were coming out of the
stuck
pants.
Out. They stuck out.
And the belt went through it.
Absolutely.
And I was like,
that's how they knew you had them on, because the belt went through.
They don't know how cool their knee pads are.
No, they don't have no idea.
Their knee pads are cut to what we used to have to cut them.
Yep.
You used to have to cut them to that shape.
Yep.
And the little slit they have in now, I'm like, oh, and they're perfect.
Yeah.
Before it was like, oh man, the thigh pads are gangster now.
No,
you always wanted the hex fit.
Yeah, the hex. Yeah, the
you
Nike.
Always wanted
yeah,
that, man.
Yeah,
Those things moved around, and it was just you had to keep them clean. It was more stuff you had to keep clean.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like now, you turning your girdle, you literally just turning your girdle.
I get mad at when someone gets mad. Like they're like, oh, I lost the knee pads. I'm like, you had 7 more pieces.
Yes,
you had to keep in order.
Yeah. We had to talk about label shit.
I'm like, it was hard enough keeping a girdle together.
Yes, definitely. I mean, you took half of your football equipment and put it into one unit, right? So you eliminated half of the shit that we turned in at the end of the year. Like, you made life that much easier. Mm-hmm. And when you were doing it, you made the shit cooler.
Oh, yeah. Like, right? I remember I had the first time I got a compression girdle. It was yellow, like neoprene, but it was one piece, like It had the thigh pad.
Right,
like,
right.
It was tight because the old like practice pant girdle. Did you ever have to use that one?
No, I don't think I ever got that.
It was the worst, bro. There was like no stretch, and you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Practice pant. Like,
Oh, yeah.
practice pants aren't even as bad as we used to. Practice pants, you could never like. When I put on my varsity game pants for the first time, I was like, I'm the most flexible person in the world. Because the practice pants were just like freaking burlap. I felt like fucking.
Well, you always got the hand-me-downs.
Bear Bryant and shit.
Yeah, well,
Junction boys.
You got the hand-me-downs, but the difference was the hand-me-downs weren't up to date per se.
Right.
Like you could look at my basketball team right now. Their hand-me-downs are 2 years ago varsity uniforms, game
stuff,
uniforms, right? Like they were top of the line at the time. Shit, back in the 90s, you were getting stuff that maybe your grandpa wore.
80s.
Yeah.
Dude, for sure. Like
Right.
practice jerseys that were like 10 years old. I was like, dang. I was like, I don't even know who. My goal was to tear it apart.
Yeah.
My goal was like, because jerseys would fall apart like that.
Yeah, back then, yes.
Like you could work at like your Champion brand, Russell brand.
Oh, God.
What else did they have? McGregor stuff.
McGregor. Oh my God,
they had
McGregor. And Rawlings.
Rollins
was in the game back then.
All of that. Spalding, like
Spalding.
and you saw like
That's where you got your Walmart gear at,
like,
Spalding.
Pony and all that shit. It was like, and you would see it. It was like such old gear. I'd look in the equipment room and I'm like, look at that fucking helmet. And it's in the lineup, bro. Like a suspension helmet. I'm like, who's getting that fucker?
Yep.
That was play football in the 90s at some schools.
And you think about play football in the 90s, you always want to be the first guy to get your gear. Today, you could be the last guy to get your gear, and your gears still fly. It's still fly.
You know how hard, like, Nike uniforms didn't exist in the early 90s. There was one time, they had one early stint in the NFL, but, like, Puma had a stint.
Yeah, Puma
You know
did.
what I mean? And, like, there was other companies it wasn't prime time like it is now. When they got Nike, the NFL got Nike this time, it was like, patent.
Well, yeah. Everybody's elevated their game.
But so has Nike. Because at the time, like I was like, oh my gosh, so only that one high school has Nike gear.
Right.
It was like even like it was funny. I always tripped on whatchamacallit, Long Beach Poly. Oakley. With the Oakley thing. I was like, they're wearing Oakley? Is Oakley gonna make a move at this? And they but they were there for a long time.
They were. I mean, and you can look at these companies get like here's a perfect example. And I had this conversation this weekend when I was in Vegas. Jordan brand, right? Like look at Jordan brand. Jordan has golf gear. There are golfers on the tour that wear Jordan.
Yeah.
But most golf stores don't sell Jordan brand. They don't sell the shoes. For you to get the shoes, you got to get online. You got to go on like GOAT, the app, in order to get the Jordan golf shoe. But it's crazy to think that the biggest name in the shoe game by far, Michael Jordan shoes, and you can't find his golf shoes. You're lucky. But and you can't find his gear. Like there's no finding a Jordan golf gear.
It's still kind of tough.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's got golfers on tour that wear that shit.
It's also like imagine if you were his rider for his motorcycle team.
Right. Yeah.
And you have motorcycle Jordan gear.
Yeah. And nobody else can find it.
I even look at Derek Jeter.
Right.
First baseball player now you see Michigan and you see the other colleges with wearing Jordan gear. No, obviously like North Carolina. Even the first NBA team with Nike taking over the NBA, his own team, Charlotte Hornets, get to wear Jordan gear. Right. And you'll see him in the NBA logos on behind the hoops. It's huge, but it's hard to get these other sports, and they're going to open up. But it's crazy. Like even his football cleats, you're seeing it in all these other sports, and like he's really about to bridge that gap.
Absolutely.
Basketball is still his number one,
right? And
it's still online and all this,
and baseball.
A lot
of baseball teams in college wear
boxing. Remember Roy Jones Jr.?
Yeah, Roy Jones.
And he's been in multiple sports. I even think I seen it one time in MMA.
I would think so. Yes,
Even like Nike was with John Jones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'll tell you, like the Jordan brand, the cool thing about like when he does go into other sports and brings it, because I mean, think about it like this: anything you wear everyday life, whatever you're wearing, whatever your gear is, like whatever you like. I mean, fuck, there's a lot of kids now wearing this Lululemon. Could you imagine being able to wear? I'm not even gonna go there. I see the look on your face, Paulo. We're not gonna go to Lululemon. We're gonna be nice.
We'll talk a little bit. Lululemon
Okay, we'll
later.
go after. But I'm just saying, like, could you imagine like rolling out in the morning? You throw your Jordans on, you throw your Jordan sweats on, your Jordan sweater, right? And that's just your everyday wear. Don't matter what you are, athlete, non-athlete, whatever. I mean, fuck, I'm a chef. I couldn't imagine walking into work and throwing on a Jordan chef coat. So like your normal everyday wear, right?
Yeah.
And then you get to your workplace and you get to wear your everyday wear as your work gear.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's legit. Like,
For sure.
So when you think about it as us from the generation that was the Jordan generation, to see guys, and like we said, like stepping on a golf course, stepping on a motorcycle, you know, getting on their motorcycle, getting into your workplace and being able to rock shit, that's legit. Right? Like you're wearing some good stuff. You ain't wearing some weak ass gear once you get to work.
No.
Right? I mean, think about you at the casino, right? Being able to come in and flex on them in a Jordan shirt and pants and maybe shoes, and that's your work gear. Like you feel comfortable at work. And then, you know, when you feel comfortable, you have that swagger about you, right? Because when you're wearing whatever gear it is, when you're comfortable in what you're wearing, you have a little bit more swag.
It's the original saying by our boy Deion Sanders.
Right.
Look good, feel good,
Play
feel
good.
good, play good.
That's right. That's
play
right.
good. Whatever. He's made a longer list, but the original 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And yeah, it's transcend. You know, he's about to. You know, it's gonna be crazy how our kids wear Jordan later.
Yeah.
Because it might be school. It's school uniforms. It could be.
Yeah, it could be anything, and it's crazy to think that a guy that last game was what, 2001, 2000.
No, 2000. No, I graduated 2002, and I know I saw him play with that was the 2003. I think.
So
was the last
2004, we'll say is the
Okay,
last
right.
year. Throw it up just to be safe.
Uh-huh.
2004. You're talking 13 years later, 14 years later, and
still.
Jordan's still rocking.
His. There's no retro movement
No,
without the Jordan shoe.
no.
Because before we had all these colors with these different shoes and everything we mix, and I love them.
Yeah, the
But
colorways.
If-
Oh, for sure.
If there's no Jordan line, there's no retros aren't that cool.
No, definitely not.
You know what I mean? I think the company just no, let's just keep on making new things.
Well, yeah,
The company has started a new business just on retros, remaking the old shoes.
yeah. No, it's
They
definitely-
doubled.
and it's crazy because it's like there were some Jordans, and I'll be one to say this. There's some Jordans when I looked at them, I was like, those are
They
fucking
grow on
terrible.
you.
No, no. There's certain ones, like the ones will never grow on me. The ones will never grow on
Stop
me.
it. You're telling me you wear Air Force Ones, Jay.
I wore them because
You
my
wear-
coaches wanted them.
Stop.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't personally. No, because here's my thing. Air Force Ones. I'd rather have classic K Swiss over Air Force One.
Why are you're on a K-Swiss kick right now?
I love K Swiss.
Stop.
My son has 3 pairs.
Okay, my son has 1 pair.
Okay.
I'm not hating on K-Swiss, but you're really feeling
No,
K-Swiss
but the
again.
classic K Swiss, the all
Okay,
white, white
right.
on white,
The
all
classic,
white, is better than any
but
Air Force One.
It needs to be the lower,
The low.
because if they put too much rubber on
no,
it,
no,
I
no.
hate
Yeah.
that one.
But it's like this. It's
Might
like
as well be a fila.
yeah, the classic shell toe Adidas, the classic, right?
Uh-huh.
We're talking the
I
shell
got it,
toe.
yes, not the superstar
No,
where they came out, which I
no.
like to the
Which
ball
were
in.
good. They were good.
It's a
but,
ball and shoe. It's one of the top 10, I think, all 10 ball and shoes.
But I would take a classic shell toe Adidas over the Jordan ones.
Oh,
it's probably one of the.
stop.
I'm just not a Jordan 1 guy.
Dude, when you find the right Jordan 1, though, it's the material is so much better.
Okay. So what we'll do this when I find the right one, and let me look at my watch. About 29 years from now, we'll have this conversation again.
Why?
Because I just don't like the Jordan 1s. I think they're an ugly fucking shoe.
Okay.
I think the layout was bad. I think it was great.
Do you
for
like how
him.
do you like how they redid with the bigger swoosh? I forget what those are. They're not fragments.
No,
but they're like,
no.
I
don't care.
dude. I don't know. Sometimes.
I wasn't feeling the Jordans.
What about Spider-Man's wearing it, dude? The new the
I don't
new
give a shit.
kid.
Okay.
The new which one is that? Do you know what it is? The new Spider-Man.
No,
There's a little kid they have different kids,
no, I don't know.
but it's on Netflix.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Anyways.
I'm just not a Jordan 1 fan. Now 90% of all Jordans I like. 90%.
Okay, what is your favorite Jordan then?
Probably the 4.
Okay, what about past? So look at I'm gonna say while he played the 13, and so 14 and up.
14 and up, the 20s.
Okay, yep.
Right? The
I remember
20s.
the 20s.
Those are my
Yes,
favorites.
I
Those
do.
are my favorites. But I prefer to go old school and stay.
There's some weird ones like 17 to 20.
Right. And then
There's
there's
not even.
there's
like,
the non-numbered that came out at the same time.
Well, there's like
Right.
I always call them Team Jordans.
Right.
Because there was like when they first came out, they remade a couple. I'd say a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. There was 2 or 3, and they had even the boxing shoe that was like or a driving shoe, and that was hard to find. No, it could have been a wrestling shoe. Right. It was that weird of a shoe. You remember?
Right. No, I do.
But yeah, other shoes came out with them. But if you actually go by the signature shoe of the year, whatever has a number. But Jordan's actually doing, and I think out of all the players that he's had, Carmelo, Chris Paul, he's got freaking Blake.
Oh,
I like the Westbrook stuff. I like it a lot.
Westbrook's is good. I do.
I like the color changes they're doing. You know what I'm sad? They always broke up, him and Dwayne.
Right.
Because there was the Dwayne Wade one with the big circle on it. Yep. I like that shoe.
But see, I would look at it like if you're looking at like the mid to modern day players, like the older generation of player in the NBA, right? Like the guys that are, let's say, like 27, 28 and older. Right.
And that's all the guys who are doing it right now.
Right.
That's the hard end is that age.
Right. I would say, though, like my favorite out of that group is Chris Paul, hands down. Because he always does, and obviously it ain't him. He ain't designing it.
It's a fat mid, though.
But it is. But it's one of those shoes when you look at it. See, my thing is when it comes to like Jordan brand shoes, obviously, can I get on the court and ball on? Right.
That's the thing. It's like, we only got shoe, like my parents only give me the money for me to afford it, right? Because it was going to be a balling shoe. And I was like, hey, I got this on top.
But when it's a balling shoe, can you also rock it?
And it has to, and it does. You have to rock it well, though.
Like, no, absolutely.
And the Jordans were tough because they got really thin. And
the
it
weird
was like,
cuts.
You were wearing baggy
and we
pants.
had baggy clothes. Yes.
So it was like, how do I make this sleek? They're designing a shoe after a Ferrari.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's where the thumbtack came into play with your pants.
Or
right?
Or staple.
It was very back. Right.
No.
You're talking the safety pin and the staples, like when you would roll your pants up.
Right.
I'm talking about you could stay baggy, stay long, put that shit at the very bottom of the back of your sole, and stick a thumbtack into that bitch so you don't walk on it. You didn't have to fold it up. You didn't have to roll it up. That's how we did it in Vegas. Okay. We would literally pull it down to the bottom, stick the thumbtack in there, and now the bitch can't go into the back of your shoe.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm dead serious.
You see, man.
Thug life, baby. Thug life. That's how we did it.
I thought you were supposed to carry a razor blade, not a thumbtack.
Oh, I carry that too. We ain't gonna talk about that though.
But let's talk about Vegas.
Let's talk about Vegas.
So the head, sophomore year coming up, and you're doing work, getting ready for this next season.
Right.
Girls basketball. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
We got some accolades in the
season. Six to be exact. 6 players and myself as a coach, all league.
6 players and the head coach, freshman year, all league, coach of the year of the league. Yeah, that's pretty much what they call it.
Absolutely.
Coach of the year. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
And let me just, while we're having this conversation, let me give props to Santa Barbara's coach because, in our league, basically the way it works, if you take first place in league, you get the auto MVP. Now you can argue it. You can, like, if you feel as a coach that you had the player that should have been the MVP, you could call a vote and the conversation could happen.
The best team
gets the best player.
It gets to choose who the best players.
Yes. Okay. And the coach. They auto get the coach.
Oh, they auto. So he chose you.
He auto got it. Like, so we're in the meeting. They're like, he gets it, and he's like, no. I'm not coach of the year. Coach Finley over there, coach of the year. So much props to him. And what was even crazier, I can't think right now. Man, I've been drinking. I don't know. I don't want to be a dick.
Okay. And you do forget coaches' names.
I do. Well, you know me. I'm bad with names. I'm bad with numbers.
You know who's my favorite coach that you've told me about?
Who?
Jenna Bandy.
Oh, she's awesome.
Oh, my God. She's the head coach for...
Not no more. She's at a JC now. She left Thousand Oaks.
She left Thousand Oaks?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Look at that.
But before we jump ahead, and I'll find out the school while we're sitting having this conversation. I'll replay that. But then Coach McCune, who actually just stepped down from Cabrillo High School, I found out while I was in Vegas, stepped down.
Oh, and he's had a program, right?
Yeah, he's had a great program. Multiple championships, CIF runs, everything. Okay. He seconded the notion before I could even say a word. So me going into the season, and I'm not taking anything away.
So the leader from the Santa
Barbara's best team, that league,
and the coach who's probably the elder statesman of the Los Padres League,
the best,
because we joined.
Right.
They both said before you even said anything.
Before I could even get a word out.
Because that's not something you're gonna say. Hey,
no.
You don't say that.
No,
as
definitely.
a coach.
And what's crazy about it is, I go to Blaze Pizza in Lompoc, which I love.
Just had
Blaze
Pizza today too.
I love it.
Damn.
So I'm sitting in Blaze Pizza, and you know me, I'm always early, so I'm like an hour and a half early to this meeting.
We got 2 Blazes in the kitchen.
Let's go, baby. So So I go to Blaze Pizza and I'm sitting there and I got my notebook out and I'm like, I'm going into this my first time head coach going into this. I got to fight for my girls. So I'm like putting them in order and I'm only about 3 deep. Not that I don't think I have more, right? Like, no. But I'm 3 deep and my girl's going, okay, she's got to get an award. She definitely has to get an award. And this girl's getting an award. And I get in there and it's like Coach
they're
Finley.
already done.
No, they're like Coach Finley. Like, so I had 2 first team all leaguers in my mind. First team. And I get an MVP. I get defensive MVP.
Right off the bat.
And I don't even, it's not even I'm 3rd on the list. It's a circle, right? So Santa Barbara nominates my girl right away. Bam. Unanimous. Defensive MVP. Then it's like, okay, first team. So you get 1. So the top 3 teams each get 1. We each get 1 automatic. We pick who we want.
Yeah.
Right?
So who's first to pick?
For me was Lita Wright just because coming off of the 3 years before that with the coach we had before, I got to get the girl that deserved it the most in
Senior
award.
year.
Yeah, she's got to get on there.
And that look at it, the younger girls see it.
No, definitely. I mean, and she just got last night at the high school an award.
Senior awards was last night.
Female Athlete of the Year.
Yeah, so it's not just that.
No, it wasn't me just throwing it out there. Like she deserved it. Then
congratulations.
Thank you. And then my next on my list is Malia Luce broke the single game record.
Shooter and sophomore year?
Yes, junior year.
Okay, but yeah.
She'll be a senior.
Record.
Breaks all 3 school records. And mind you, while she did that, because we're a new league, she set the league record for most threes.
It's an epic number.
Yeah, 68.
She might not even break it next year.
68. No, she gonna break it next year. We're gonna make sure.
That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna run it up. But
that's what I'm saying, coach.
But so then she gets first team all league. And then it's like we get the second team all league. I throw a girl out there, Madison Holbrook. Definitely deserving. Could have been a first teamer. First year back, she hasn't played since middle school. Came on as a sophomore, wasn't expected to make varsity, made it. A couple games in, becomes a starter, and tears it up. Now, for me, it was like she's deserving of first team, but we're gonna throw her in second team. Now here's where it gets tricky. They want me to put another second teamer in there, but to me, as a coach, yeah, your ego's like, fuck yeah, let's throw another.
She doesn't deserve it.
But there's nobody else to me that deserves second team, and not because they weren't better than anybody else. Their work ethic to me, not saying they didn't work hard. All my girls worked hard. But when I put your work ethic up to where I want it to be, the level I want it to be at, I can't throw you in there.
Right. It's almost, and that's what sucks about sometimes being in this area because there's not that much competition.
Right.
And this girl has so much more.
Yeah, absolutely.
But she's like, I'm still doing second team all league work.
Right. Absolutely.
In this league.
No.
In this league.
And
because
for me,
and we were just talking about that with one of our other football players.
Right.
Like there's no depth in this area.
Right.
So if you're a dude, you could be a dude for 3 years, which is great.
Yeah.
But you don't see it too much. And I think this, like I say, when you go the step down, it's like these people who are like, I was second team all league, for 3 years too. And my senior year, I made it. I was first team.
No.
3-year varsity football players there's a huge amount over here. Where
Absolutely.
It's supposed to be super hard.
Yeah, it should be. And I'll tell you this, like for me,
not super hard, but a lot harder.
Well, yeah, unless you're an uber athlete. But for me, it's like I can give you second team, but I'm not happy with the way you worked. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not taking anything away from my girls. They bust their ass. But if I put you there right now,
you better want the first team.
Yeah. So
or
if I give it
right
to you,
or the MVP of the league, defensive, offensive.
So if I give you an award that maybe you were deserving of, but I felt like I could have got a little bit more out of you, and I only give you, if I give you second team, and you're like, well, I only played like 10 minutes a game, but I got second team.
But here's the thing,
I don't want
Jay.
to change your work ethic.
What's cool is like how you're saying is like I put you there, like you walked into this meeting thinking like, hey, I need to squeeze some people in, and now you're like, I get to pick and choose.
Yes.
It's like I'm playing around. I'm in charge of second team all league all around the board.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. And then honorable mention, Like I had one girl that I thought of, and then it was like I get in there like, no, you need another one because your team was that good. You guys played that well. You have more. So I walked out with 6 awards, and I'm going, wait a minute. I went in there to fight for 2 to 3, and I'm walking out with 6.
And you see what I think it is too is, and we talked about it on the episode you were in here with, and right before the big playoff games happened, we talked about how physical your girls were,
absolutely,
and the St. Inez girls are, and the tradition of that game. And even though they in the game, they're like, hey, they're fighting to the referees with it because you always got to yell at a referee.
Absolutely.
But in the back of the mind, they like that ball.
No, and we're proud of it.
They love that stuff.
And we're proud of
it. Coaches see it and they like it, and I think that's where it comes down to. You know what I mean? They wish their girls played like that.
Absolutely. And you know what? I love it because the thing is, obviously being a football coach, we expect physical, and we talked about this on the last show I was on, the Joanne Rex style of basketball where kids got after it, that bring your lunch pail, let's go to work aspect of playing the game. We are either going to win or lose every single night we step on the floor. But I never want to yell at a kid over effort, and I never want to yell at them over the culture that we bring to the program. We are going to kick your ass, win or lose, we're going to kick your ass. And when you walk off the floor, you're going to know you played St. Inez basketball.
Yeah, I think that's something that, a couple programs that are school run mentality wise.
Right. And it should be.
Uh-huh.
It should be. Because we are a small town. Hardworking people live in this valley. And I know and it's funny because
best place on earth.
We always have this conversation at the start of every basketball season. And even when I was an assistant, I always have this conversation. When you go to St. Inez High School, when you're from the valley, the outside looking in is everybody's rich. Everybody owns a fucking Beamer. Everybody owns a Mercedes.
We drink wine every night.
That's that mentality. And what they don't realize is that 90% of this valley is a hardworking, we have to grind for everything we want in life.
Don't get me wrong. There's going to be some sprinkled in people that...
Absolutely.
But we're in like the service industry.
Absolutely.
This whole valley is the service industry.
Well, look at how many people, if you ever go onto like Highway 246 coming from Lompoc at about 6:30 in the morning, if you ever find yourself out there, look at how many cars just come into the valley. How many people are coming into here to work because of the industry we provide. But what gets lost is the kids that are living here from this industry, from this hustle and bustle that goes on around us. And it gets lost, and they don't realize there's a lot of kids here who aren't privileged. They're not. They're not going to get in a Beamer. They're struggling to get lunch every day.
But I'll tell you what,
that attitude.
They do get Beamers though, because the service industry is really strong here.
Well, there's
kids, but
if you went to St. Joe's,
but that's what it is though. It's like you got to put the effort out.
No,
being from this small school, like, and I was telling you before, is like, as far as structure and like. Why are the football programs doing better? Why are you and the girls programs doing better? You have to force structure on these group of kids because overall, and like what I'm saying, this area, there's no depth. Why we're being successful is like we have a strict format.
Absolutely.
And it's not the hard things. It's a lot of little easy things.
Yeah.
But it translates.
No, it definitely
does. I think you making the playoffs was great, and so congratulations.
It was great. Thank you.
So the next step is you got to do a coaches clinic.
Yeah, so we went to the coaches clinic in Vegas. I go
the 2019. What clinic?
Nike Championship.
Nike Championship coaches clinic.
So yes,
where's it held at?
It's in Vegas.
UNLV,
my hometown. No, it's at the Orleans.
The what?
The Orleans.
I'm gonna go to Vegas the first time in my life during the season.
Oh really? Well, when you drive by, you're gonna see the fucking Raiders facility being built right there.
Okay.
Off
I'm going to Monster Jam.
Okay.
I'm going to see Monster Trucks.
You're gonna probably be at Silver Boyd. Sam Boyd
Stadium. That's where it is.
So that's Barstow. That's not Vegas.
Oh, is it?
That's where UNLV was playing football at. They'll be moving to the Raiders Stadium right there off the strip.
Oh yeah, because that's part of the deal, right?
Yeah, it is.
That's awesome.
But
UNLV's going to be.
Yeah, so I go to the coach.
How much better is UNLV going to get at football because of that?
Well, they're already getting better at football, not because of the stadium, because they got Bishop Gorman's old coach.
Oh yes, that's
Rodriguez.
Yes.
So
his brother's a coach there too, right? He's like,
I think he's an assistant,
right?
Because his strength trainer became the head coach.
Oh, it's funny. I was watching the Randall Cunningham,
right? Absolutely.
NFL Life. He's from Santa Barbara, and his son
UNLV.
played at Gorman. They show a little clip of it at the end. But yeah, nice little drop.
It's great. It's great.
But yeah, so that's happening.
So Coach's Clinic, I normally go there every year.
Big bummer though. The one you told me about, you're going to see Gino Ariyama.
Yes.
freaking bails on you.
Bails on me. So every year I normally go. I haven't went the last 3 years, but I generally go every single year.
Have you seen him talk then?
I've never seen Gino.
Fuck.
So this year when we put it together, Gino's talking on Sunday, super sized. The only
And that you have to stay an extra day for that. Like you could leave Sunday morning.
well, he's in the morning.
That's what I'm saying. It's the same, but like
You
to
normally,
stay there, it's
normally
lunch.
yeah.
It's lunch by the end of
Yeah,
it.
normally you would leave because normally Sunday
It's
speakers.
like a fucking sermon.
Yeah, well,
how does he bail on that?
Yeah, well, Sunday sermon, like Sunday sermons. Now you got to be saying sermons. Sunday speakers are normally like your JUCO coaches. Like if you're really staying, it's because your flight don't leave till 5, right? Like if you're driving, if you're a West Coaster, you're really not going to stay for Sunday. So I've never stayed for a Sunday. Let me just tell you,
That's what I was saying. Like,
I always get up.
You
and
leave right away.
Yeah. So super sized get there.
But at least they told you before, right?
Well, they told us Friday night. They didn't tell us before we got there. So Friday night we're there. We're in the second speaker, and the guy that runs it stands up and he tells us, and I'm like, well, fuck. Now, mind you, I don't play zone. Let's just throw this out there right now. And Morro Bay, if you're listening, I don't fucking play zone, motherfucker.
Who said, whoa.
Morro Bay's coach.
I need a little caption on that.
So
like,
remember when we destroyed Morro Bay?
Probably.
We destroyed them.
I only showed up for the playoffs, Jay.
It was like 60, and I'm just guessing here, 64-13. I think we beat them. Just guessing.
Okay.
And I might even be too low on our score, but I know I might be too high on their score.
So he made a comment.
So there's like 3 minutes left in the game. They're fucking getting destroyed. I don't. And let me do some backfill here. I don't look at the scoreboard. It's very rare that I look at the scoreboard.
Like what?
Me
End of
as
the fourth?
Well, me as a coach, I already know in my head I'm winning or losing. That's the only two things that matter in basketball. You're winning or you're losing. You know in your head I'm winning, or you know in your head I'm losing.
Yeah.
And in a game like that, when I knew I was up and I knew they weren't competing, I didn't know I was up by that much.
You were just playing the game.
We're just doing what we do, getting better, getting ready
playing.
for.
You are just playing.
Yeah, we're getting ready for our league.
You know what I mean? Is people don't know. Look at. I don't mind if a kid doesn't know how to slow it down.
Right.
I don't. You see, and that's the thing is like, there's certain times I tell a kid like pump your brakes, but if a kid is just giving 100% effort,
absolutely. But here would be my argument to this, right? Like, and then I'll get back to the moral base.
If they're that young.
But here's my thing.
I don't know how to turn it off in high school.
But here's the thing, right? So you want me to tell my kids to play a certain way, right? You're going to play a certain way. And then we got to go to a league where we play Santa Barbara, schools,
well,
and then Lompoc and Cabrillo. So you want me to play you a certain way because those schools aren't going to turn it off.
Right.
Right? So we're playing Morro Bay. We're fucking destroying them. I'm not even looking at the scoreboard because at that moment, I'm working on shit. And we're not pressing. We run two defenses.
Yeah.
We run a full court press and a half court trap. So we're in half court trap. We're in it. We're doing our job. We get the ball. We're scoring points. We're doing our thing.
And it's a high school basketball
Yes.
game. It's over so fast.
Yes. So the next
You're
thing
not
I
running
know,
quarters.
this fucking coach looks down the bench. He's like, hey, you going to go play 2-3 or what? And I look down and I'm like, no, I don't play 2-3. Like, we don't run 2-3.
You talk back to him?
Yeah, no, so my thing is, it's not like you were like, hey, are you going to do something different? Like, you could have said anything, but you're asking me to play a defense that I don't play.
And I'll tell you what, how bad of a play, man.
Yeah.
I could ISO.
Yeah. They couldn't.
You know what I mean?
They couldn't
I'm
even
like,
get past half court.
Zone would be harder. I'm like,
okay, so the score of that game, the last time I looked at it.
look at, I could talk shit when I'm playing defense.
Absolutely.
Zone.
No, absolutely.
But if I have to play man, I have to put it in work.
You got to work on them.
You have to work. So you can't sit there and be.
So the score was.
Well, you can't talk shit. I'm not going to lie. You
you
get the whisper in their ear.
It was 14-8 the last time I looked at the scoreboard. They scored 13 points. It was 14-8.
Right.
I called a timeout. I motherfucked my girls. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is the game? And then he's like, 3 minutes after the game, hey, you going to go zone? And I look down the bench and I'm like, I don't run zone. That's what I said. Like, I don't run zone.
Look at and why. And like, this is why this show is like here, I think, and I love it. That this is like a coaching point. Like, run 2 or 3 things. You don't have to run intricate shit.
No.
Understand 2 or 3 things, do it 100% all the time, and you're going to be successful.
Well, no.
You know what's so funny? I was like telling, like, even we had a passing league this last Wednesday. Santa Maria came down. Thank you. It was a great experience. We, learning experience, got reps in. But, I never even really have a marker board out there or the pictures. And new OC this year, our boy Buddy, same thing.
Yep.
Had it, and I was like real excited about that. But Santa Maria did. and I'm kind of monitoring everything. I'm not calling O or D. You know, I'm just making sure our boys are switching out good and making sure the correct amount of plays, and I'm kind of refereeing and facilitating. And they kind of, the coach holding up the binder looks at me and kind of tucks it. I'm like, I'm pretty sure we got the same one, bro.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Same
we run
shit.
the same thing. It's but how you run it,
right.
the tempo, and how competitive the spirit you're able to build in your squad.
Absolutely.
You know?
You got to come out to compete. You got to compete.
You're telling me Vegas was cool. Who else? What was the highlight, though?
So,
give me a highlight.
So the highlight for me for Vegas was I almost beat a pro golfer at fucking golf.
Oh, that was this weekend?
That was this last weekend.
But it wasn't golf. It was a golf game.
It was Top Golf. To me, that's golf.
Probably the second, like, you know what Top Golf just did? It just brought down miniature golf.
That's okay.
Because I used to have a strong miniature golf game. Okay. My short game is strong.
Okay, well.
I think we've discussed that, but Top Golf is not about that.
But see, I like long game. I try to tell her I go long, so I go long game.
Hey, I got the short game. Strong, bro.
I go long game, baby. I go long game. You walked into that one.
I'm okay with it, bro.
No, but
I ain't denying nothing.
But I almost beat a pro golfer at Top Golf, even though it's Top Golf to me. That's fucking real golf.
What else did you do in Vegas, man?
In Vegas, what else? We bowled. That was fun.
You played again?
Bowled.
Bowled. What'd you bowl?
189.
Me and you were tight.
Yeah.
We I think when we balled for our coach's clinic, we kept it tight.
Yeah. Look at 167, so I'm getting better.
If you break 200, we should go golfing. I mean, bowling. Let's go bowl. We should do it for the coaches.
Well, we're waiting for the fucking alley to get built so we can start our team.
The what?
The bowling alley.
Oh yeah.
Then we're gonna start the coaches team.
Zoto's is cool, but if it was here, bro, I'd be there once a week,
twice a week. Let's go,
dude. I'm getting a ball. I'm getting a skull and the Goonies ball. I'm getting a Goonies ball.
I'm gonna get a clear ball, and I'm gonna get a dildo in it.
You're so.
I'm gonna do it.
Just watch a dildo roll down the lane. That'd be so bad.
People will fucking hate me.
What color dildo? Did you just go black dildo?
Pink. No, we go pink.
Oh,
gotta go pink.
No.
Maybe like glow in the dark green. That might be tight.
That's so bad.
I know, but that's the best part. So, anyways,
dude.
Yeah. So Vegas, that was fun, and then obviously it's my hometown, right?
Right.
My hometown,
AKA Reka. AKA Vegas.
That's right. So, and then unfortunately, I sit down at the bar.
Oh, low light.
I got a coach with me. We're sitting at the bar. We're having some conversation, and I'm sitting at the bar, and there's this guy working. He's the bartender, and I noticed that he's got his name tag on. And in Vegas, a lot of these places now do the year you started, right? It'll say serving you since whatever.
1996.
Yeah, so he's got a serving you since 99, but the dude looks like he's 22.
Right.
So that's convo at the bar, right? I'm drinking. We're getting ready to bowl. We're waiting on our lane. And I'm like, man, you've been here since 99. That's a long fucking time. You've been here basically since it opened. Now, Orleans opened, I believe, in 96, 97.
Okay.
Right? I think I was right before I came out here. So 96. Yeah, so it had to be 96. It was right before I came out here to Cali. So me and him start having a conversation. Now, mind you, I'm from the hood. I grew up. I did some stupid shit, lived that life, all that stuff. And generally, when somebody sidebars your conversation, you notice, right? Why are you in my convo? But for me, I've been living out here for so fucking long that the blinders have came on. And this dude...
You got soft.
Yeah, pretty much. So this dude sidebars the convo. And I don't even look at him, but I'm just like, why are you all up in my conversation? Whatever.
Yeah.
So then our number gets called for our lane. I'm like, cool.
Was it a buzzer?
No, it's just number. They just announce it. They're a little older than that. So we go bowl. We bowl 2 games, 2 good games. I fucking kick my coach's ass twice.
Okay.
Beat her and everything except for golf.
Oh,
just whooped her ass at fucking Connect 4, fucking basketball. I might even beat her at tic-tac-toe had we played it.
Dude, I got a new game on my birthday. It's a tiki toss. Have you seen
Okay, yeah,
game?
I seen that. Yeah.
It's a little skills challenge, but yeah, this thing can beat you in competition every day.
So I kicked her ass and everything, and
what happens?
We compete. So I go to take a piss when we're going to leave.
A restroom situation?
Yeah, so I'm in the restroom, and this dude comes up behind me. Now, mind you,
Shut the fuck up.
Now at the moment,
dude, I know you got a scuff, but not like this.
Yeah. So at the moment, I didn't know it was the dude from the bar. Now sidebar, right? It comes from the dude at the bar.
He come right? Oh,
he comes up behind me. I got dick in hand, pissing. Dick in hand. drink in one
Do
hand.
you really freaking like use the whole hand? Like I really just kind of like have a situation where I have minimal
I don't know. I never
and
really
great precision.
I never really thought about it, but I had a drink in one hand. I've been drinking fucking all damn day, right? I'm probably 30 beers deep by the end of the day.
Okay.
Dick in one hand, glass in the other hand. And yes, I'm a dirty motherfucker who don't like bathrooms. But when you're drunk and you're standing at the pisser, you got to drink with the other hand.
You don't want to spill on yourself.
No, and I'm drinking while I'm
either
pissing.
Either hand.
In a public bathroom, which is disgusting. And me in public bathrooms on the last episode, you know how
That's
I feel
real
about
multitasking.
Yeah. So I hear this guy go, "Hey, you want to run it, homie?"
What?
That's what I hear.
Jeez.
So I take
lingo that like I have to almost think like.
So I take a drink, and I look over my shoulder, and this little motherfucker standing there. "Hey, homie, you want to run it?" And I'm like, put my finger up, put my drink down, put my finger up. Like, 1 second. Like, can I finish my piss?
Oh my gosh.
So then I finished the piss, double shake, because I had to hit him with a double shake. Now, mind you, I don't get to wash.
No matter how you shake or dance, you're always gonna get a little in your pants.
But remember, I don't even get to wash my hands now because
hey, you caught me on that one time.
Yeah, because
hey, Jay is sanitary.
Yes,
what, dude,
super sanitary. So this motherfucker standing between me and the sink. I pick my beer up, and I'm like, "What's up, homie?" And he's like, "Hey, you want to run it, homie?" And I say, "You know the funny part
he's not talking about a fucking basketball game.
No, he's talking about fighting." So the funny part is we're in a public bathroom in the middle of a casino, and there's only one thing going through my head because I'm from the hood. There ain't a fucking camera in sight. So what I say is, "Hey, if you want to run it, let's run it. There ain't no cameras here to say nothing." Now this motherfucker,
just let him know that you're down.
So this motherfucker realized,
like you threw his bluff up.
Yeah, I threw it up. So he realized he done fucked up. Now, mind you, the dude's like 5'6". Now I'm 5'10" and a half.
But you're thin.
But I'm thin. But I can throw hands, homie. And obviously he knew me. Throw hands. So he
sound like Cat Williams, bro.
That's okay. Test me. Throw
them paws.
So this motherfucker.
All these fucking.
Yo, so this dude picks up the phone, and calls his boys in.
Shut the fuck up.
Dead serious.
How old is this kid?
My age, because he knew me.
Okay.
I didn't recognize him.
Even still.
Yeah, no, he knew me from the hood. I didn't recognize him.
So how old are we, Jay?
I'm
38.
38.
Okay, man.
38.
This is like This is like 20 years
22 years to be exact.
Like this is like you're way past it.
I agree.
What? It hasn't happened in a long time. This, even though you still you say it all the time. We know where you're from. We know how hood you are. You've lived more of this life than that life.
Absolutely.
It's okay.
I've been more insane.
So this happens. Sure. So what? Like, so are you tripping a little bit? You're like, shit.
No,
this might go down.
No. So at first,
you called the bluff.
I called the bluff. He makes the phone call.
There was a second. You're like, your dukes were up.
Well, you have that. You gotta
natural.
Go. You're ready to go. So dude gets on the phone, and while he's on the phone, I'm like, peace, dude. I'm out, yo. So I go. I get my coach. We go down below the bowling alley.
He follows you?
No, he don't follow at first. So here's what happens. So I'm like, I'm fucking hungry. You hungry? To my coach, Coach Sarah. You hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry. Hey, let's go.
Do you even tell them?
Not yet. So we go to the oyster bar, right? So when we're at the oyster bar down there in New Orleans, we're having some oysters, fucking delicious. And I tell her what's going on. And I'm like, hey, look, check it out. In about 10 to 15 minutes, there's going to be a couple cats headed up that escalator. And I just want you to know, like, we got to go when we see them. Now, that's today's San Ynez Jason.
How did you, why 15?
Why 15 what?
You said 15 cats.
No, 5 to 10.
Oh.
Maybe-ish.
Okay.
I knew there'd be a couple. Don't know the exact number.
Okay.
Because you don't know, right? You just know that he's calling in the artillery. So, that's Jason from San Ynez speaking.
Right.
Right? Like, we got to go when they come. Now, unfortunately, I've been drinking all motherfucking day. I'm in my hood.
You're feeling hype.
Well, and I'm in my hood. I'm 2 blocks from my neighborhood at the Orleans.
God.
I'm 2 blocks from where I live. Now, I'm eating with somebody who has nothing to do with anything we're doing. She has no idea. That's not her life. She don't get it, right? Like, she don't understand gang life. She don't understand the life I grew up. She has nothing to do with anything.
It's getting real, folks.
Yes. So in my head, the wheels start turning, right? Like, now I'm starting to revert back to the person that I was.
You're going away from, hey, I'm at a coach's clinic. I'm trying to learn, have fun, and work on girls basketball.
Yeah.
Now you're thinking about...
I'm from the hood.
Representing.
Yeah, I'm from the hood. This is what we do.
Oh my.
This is what we do.
Throw them paws.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there and literally,
You're freaking hilarious.
literally
bro.
in the middle.
Only you.
Dude, seriously. So, only you. No, it ain't. Only you. So in the middle of eating our food, I look over, and like, I'd say 8 to 10 people come walking up the stairs.
Stop it! You called it?
Yeah, and they're colored up. And
What color?
I ain't gonna get into that. I'm not. No, not on your show, homie. Sorry, but they're colored up. They're rocking a color.
But are they? What? I don't want to be racist, but are they all of the same race?
They're of a mixed race.
You see what I'm saying?
No white people though.
That's just no white people. Not one white person. I think that's more racist.
might be.
I think that gang is racist.
Maybe.
They need to let people in.
So
do they have a number?
Do they have a number? They
or
do.
An area?
Nice try. Nice
an
try.
Area, number, or color?
A little bit of both. A little bit of all three. Nice try, motherfucker. So they come up, they go upstairs. Now, me being me, I'm like, yo, we got to go. Let's go back to the room. Now, unfortunately...
Did one of your girls get hype? Oh, my God.
So, unfortunately,
Stop.
in the middle of paying for the bill, old Reka, we'll just go there. Reka...
Are you kidding me?
Comes out.
Did like you become like the last dragon and your hands started moving slow?
Pretty much. So instead of walking by the escalator, me solo bolo all by
your
myself.
Fists glowing?
They might have been. I know my eyes were.
You know when you become that like
I know. Trust
that
me.
Inner strength comes out.
Well, it did.
Peter Pan was flying.
Oh, it did.
Bruce Banner becomes the Hulk.
Absolutely. Well, I became the Hulk at that moment. So I went up the escalator.
You became Reka.
Yeah. No, I went up the escalator, and there's about 12 of them.
Okay, dude. Vegas coaches clinic. 12
Crazy.
dudes.
Crazy.
Okay.
And so I say what I gotta say, and I ain't gonna say it on air.
Right.
I say what I gotta say.
Did you set trip?
Something like that. Yes. And 5 of them walked off.
Two. Was there hand signals?
Yes,
involved?
there was some hand signals.
No way.
Yes.
Show me.
No.
I won't say what.
Show you.
No.
And then I hit him with this.
Oh man, you're ambidextrous as shit.
It is though. Homie.
Look at.
But here's the thing, right? Like I don't live that life no more. I ain't about that life.
I'll tell you what. He threw up one of the hardest ones I've seen. Like all 10 fingers involved.
All 10 fingers.
So that was impressive, bro.
Right. But here's the thing, right? Like
my pinky was curled up.
There you go. I ain't about that life no more. I don't want to be a part of that life no more. But they put me in a situation at that moment where I thought, one, I was gonna have to come about that life again, and 2, that I was gonna have to make the phone call that would have put me back in that life again.
That's insane.
It was terrible. So luckily 5 of them walked off when I said what I had to say.
Why would they walk off? Because they're like, oh.
Because they're afraid of where I'm from. Right? Reality strikes.
Could you still make a call?
I could still make a call. I can make a call right now.
Boom.
And have people here right now.
Boom.
Oh, don't want it.
Okay.
Don't want it.
Highlight, low light. The low light moment just took 20 minutes.
The highlight of the whole clinic was seeing...
Beating a top... Oh, you almost beat a pro golfer.
No,
you have another highlight?
But
okay.
the highlight of the whole thing was seeing... The team, I don't even know the word I'm looking for because I've been drinking. The coaches locally, the local coaches, especially like Lompo, Claudio
right.
Trones, seeing Rigetti was there, like seeing the local schools represent
Southern California
in Vegas, like well, not even Southern
right.
California, like the Central Coast. Our coaches showing up to something so big, Nike Coaches Clinic. And while we're there, we're all shooting the shit, having a good time. Like the camaraderie between us at that moment.
The area represented.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was,
and they knew who you were.
Yeah. Well, and now,
so when you have an area, like you're saying, you have this area, Rigetti, blah, blah, blah. Is it boys and girls, or were you just, is it
I'm just talking girls. Fuck boys. Fuck the boys.
But there's boys coaches there.
That might have been. I didn't see them.
No, but the clinic, is it all around basketball? Or is it all just, is this more?
I don't know. You want me to walk up next time, ask them how big their dick is? I don't know.
No,
I don't walk up to them and say, "Look, I didn't see any of our boys coaches."
That it was, no, I'm talking about like the coaches that speak. Like the Nike basketball clinic.
Yeah. So it's a mixture. It's a mixture.
That's what I'm saying.
So I say 90-10.
So who's
90% boys?
Look at Gino's there, but who's the number one speaker?
Number one speaker this year without Gino would have been Boheim. Syracuse.
Oh, Jim Boheim.
Yeah, Syracuse. Funny as shit. Love
That's what I'm saying.
Love it.
All right, so let's get off of local. Let's talk about some pro hoops.
Let's go pro.
Okay. You came over.
Yep.
We watched the best part of the game. last couple episodes, it's the last 5 minutes of the game. That's what we watched, right?
Generally.
And you come walking up. I say, hey, you can sit in the garage with me. We can do sound checking for this show, or we can watch Giannis blow it. And Giannis just looks bad in clutch moments. I have not seen him. Drake looks better. I'd rather watch Drake in the last 5 minutes act like a fool and talk shit about Drake than how bad Giannis is doing. Giannis ain't pulling through. This series is. This does not feel like a. This feels like a first round playoff game.
It does, and I think the problem is you end up with two stars that cancel each other out. So you require the rest of the team.
The rest of the team are sixth men in the West.
That's what I'm saying, right?
I don't even know these names.
I know.
It's Lowry, it's freaking Kawhi, and it's Giannis.
Right. Bledsoe,
but that's because he played on a good team last year.
And what good team did he play on?
Boston, right?
No.
You see, I don't even care.
Phoenix.
Fahonix. You see what I'm saying? It's like
used to be a Clipper.
Dude, I don't even care.
But here's the thing.
I like it's that bad.
No, but it is. It's you're talking basketball.
You like who's the cat on Toronto you like?
CKM.
Dude, he's an effort guy.
CKM.
What a great effort guy. He made a first round playoff play, right? That first.
Yeah. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce his name.
It
looks right.
Who were they playing in the first round? But he made the block and he scored. It was a great play. It was a great series. I think that's look at you're a potential all-star when you can make a defensive play, run down the court in the NBA, and dunk it, lay it up, whatever. Make that score to make the other team call a timeout, and you win the series.
Definitely.
And he did that. I think he's a huge part of that team.
No, absolutely. And Toronto is built around the fact of like they got their star, but they got some key players. The problem is with Milwaukee. Milwaukee's a great team. Don't want to take nothing from them.
I almost like the area. You got Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but you got
Green Bay.
You got the star in Giannis Antetokounmpo, right? You got the man,
the Greek freak.
Yeah, and then everybody else around him is like kind of like you said. It's like guys that were like second and thirds on all the other teams.
They're making the pass. It looks like a college game. I think that's what it looks like. It looks. Because you're watching the Warriors and you hear everyone talk about, Kevin Carr heard how Steph Curry changed the game, and you're expecting people to do a quick shoot the three, but it's so hard to release that fast.
It is.
And you're watching this team that you're like, oh, he's got the ball, he's behind the 3-point line, and they're not confident enough, they don't have the skill set enough that they know they're passing the ball. They're not good enough.
But you're also running into the non-Steph Curry factor, because here's the thing with the Steph Curry factor. And you see a lot of teams in the West. They all have it, right? So the teams in the West, you bring guys in, hey, shoot the fucking three if you're open. The problem is Giannis don't shoot the three. Very rarely.
No, dude, the best three we saw in the last 5 minutes was from freaking Brooks
Lopez.
Brooks Lopez hit us, dude.
But you got to remember.
How do you not win that home game?
No, I know.
It was close. But when you were watching, it was only a 3-point game.
But you got to remember,
the swing was huge.
Raptors shouldn't even have been in that game. They had a terrible.
Is Kawhi
terrible first
really?
three?
I look at Kawhi's game, and if you put him 10 years ago, like he's cool, he's top 15, but he's not getting to the conference finals and winning a game 5 like this. It's insane to me. Like he's not he shouldn't be. He's not that much of an offensive threat to.
He's not an offensive threat in today's game. The way you're talking about it. He's not going to drop back and drop 6 threes on you.
Look at Kawhi. If you replaced him with Clay, would be the same.
No.
On the Warriors.
No.
On the Warriors, yeah.
Oh, if you put Kawhi on the Warriors,
it's a wash.
Yeah.
But and this is what I'm
saying. But Clay can't be a 1.
Clay goes away.
He can't be a 1.
I don't even think Clay does what Kawhi does, unless he goes to the East. That's why I said in a couple episodes, I said, if Clay goes to the East, he could do what Kawhi's doing and maybe get here.
No, you're wrong.
But no way is he doing it. No. I'm saying, and that's
end. Offensively, Clay can, and it's not the same.
But Kawhi is such a good defender.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not the same. Clay offensively,
but you see, Clay is a good defender.
No, he's not. He's terrible.
No, not compared, dude. He's
So, do you think Steph Curry's a good defender?
There's people who work hard, and the Warriors work hard, but Clay is a good defender.
It's terrible.
No, he's not, bro.
It's terrible.
He goes against the toughest guys all the time. So does he get scored on? Absolutely, bro.
So, but here's the thing.
Who didn't get scored on?
So, but he goes against all the guys you're talking about, right? But he's got 4 other fucking all-stars standing next to him.
Look at it. I'll tell you.
It's because you're a Golden State fan. You're running from this.
No. I'll give you the only last fact I'm going to give you is that his defense looks worse with KD on the team because it's a lot looser. It's about it's even more when the way they are playing without KD right now and the way they won the first championship without KD is a lot. Remember how much it's a little more like he's the dude.
What about the year they lost the championship? He was up 3-1.
Draymond was out.
Oh, Draymond. Wait, I thought we were talking about Clay.
Oh, no. We all know that the best defender on the team is not Clay. He is a good defender. Look at Mike. Mike or Scotty? Who's the better defender?
Scotty.
Scotty is a little bit better.
But see, I'm honest.
It was just a little bit different though. It was that close. I think.
No, it wasn't that close. Actually, if you want to talk about the best defender on that team, Dennis Rodman.
Oh, it's a different type of defense though. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna fuck your mother defense.
It's not Steele's defense. Oh, it's okay.
I know.
You felt so
I had to think
bad,
about
bro.
it when I said it.
That was Jason, not Reka. Fell in bad.
No, that was Reka, not Jason.
Whatever.
No, but I'm gonna tell you this: Klay Thompson is a hell of a player. Don't want to take nothing from him. Is he deserving of a max contract? Absolutely. Would I take him to be my number one on my team? No. And for me, so like, if you're not the number one on my team, you're not the number one guy. You're not my Kawhi, my Steph Curry, my Kevin Durant.
Kawhi.
Right? Like, you're not my number one guy, then, and here's my thing. I think his offense is so fucking good. I think the dude's one of the top 10 offensive players in the game. The dude will hit you for 40 and a quarter if you ain't careful, but his defense is terrible.
It's not terrible, bro. He works hard.
Have you been to workouts with him?
Fouls.
Have you been out? You've been to workout with him?
I see the stats at the end of the year.
You see stats?
I watch the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
Like a normal person.
Like a normal person.
Yeah.
You know how he's working.
Anyways, but Kawhi in the Eastern Conference game. Now the real factor in this series is the Drake factor.
Yeah, the Drake factor for sure.
You know, it's like now I want to compare Drake to the only other like let's go down celebrities who got that sideline ticket. Now the original is the LA Laker Jack Nicholson.
Mm-hmm.
I think he is the truth as far as being the star on the sideline who kind of made a difference. Now, I'm sure there was some dude before that, ABA, whatever, maybe a dude. But for me...
But he's the pinnacle.
There's no... And because that ticket is impossible, bro. Lakers courtside for that long, for those teams... Because he was through Magic and through Kobe and Shaq.
And he was the Joker.
And he was the Joker, bro. He's got the glasses, he's got the hair, he's got
the
ladies.
He's the man.
Ladies trip on him all the time. He could be bald as fuck.
Right, but he's a good fucking fan.
And he's solid, bro.
Good fan.
Right. And he never really, did he interfere? No.
No.
It was just cool to see.
Never.
Cool to see. And there's been other fans at that time, I'm sure, when Showtime Lakers were happy.
Well, you got Billy Crystal, the Clippers. Same time frame, forever. Billy Crystal, Clippers.
We're for our teen youth. When I think the best, yes, the New York Knicks won a championship. I think even Phil was on the team. When they had, I forget the names. Moses Malone might have been on the team even, but they won in the 70s. The best Knicks team won one time. But for our lifetime, the Patrick Ewing Knicks, John Stark Knicks, right, was the Spike Lee Knicks.
Spike Lee.
And we all saw the 30 for 30, and we remember the story, freaking Reggie Miller throwing up. And that was a crazy series. Right. The Indianapolis Pacers and the New York Knicks. And that, was it last 18 seconds? He put up 8 points or 10 points.
It was crazy. I think it was 10.
Insane. And catch and release stuff was insane. Out of bounds plays that I don't need to guard the 3. That was not a thing.
No, because it wasn't.
Reggie was the dude, though. And I think Reggie's game, he would have had more points if he got an opportunity to play in this era.
Well, yeah, it's a wide open game.
There's times where you say, oh, if he played in this era, he couldn't do it.
Right.
I think Reggie would flourish in this era.
Oh, he'd be great. Oh,
he'd be phenomenal,
I just got to shoot threes. That's all I got to do.
Look at all of a sudden, I guarantee, how many points a season more do you think he has a game?
8.
8 points a game more.
8 points a game, easy.
That's
think about
times 73 games. Wait, 75
82
games.
82 games. And we're talking
82. That's huge.
So think about this. We're talking 8 points more a game, right? 8 points. How much is 3 worth?
Dude, there's only, what do you mean? It's worth 3.
That's worth 3. So you're only talking 2 more 3-pointers a game he's making.
2, yeah.
So he's getting to the hoop or getting fouled.
Bro. It's scoring leaders numbers.
Yeah.
Because Reggie played a long time.
Well, yeah, and I think if you looked at his pinnacle of his career, he was probably a 24 to 26 point game a guy.
He's still up there.
So you put him in the 30s per game. Now you're talking about him as not only a Hall of Fame player, one of the greatest.
Now, do you think Ray Allen could flourish? I think Reggie would have flourished more.
I think the
Reggie had
is,
the catch and release.
The difference is
dirtier.
where Ray Allen would be the better player is he's a more pure shooter, but here's the difference. Reggie was physical and played defense. Ray didn't want none of that shit.
Ray had
Jesus
to be on
didn't want that. Jesus Shuttlesworth only wanted offense.
It's funny that you say that because they're this. You would compare them the same. When you say best shooters of all time, they're almost right next to each other in names.
Well, the best shooter of all time is Steph Curry.
They're giving it to him.
It's easy.
How do you?
I've seen him miss, and it's really the Barry Bonds thing. I've seen him miss a shit ton, but he makes the best, the clutch, I'm
not even going
the
to
percentage.
Clutch is always like that's when you talk about
tough,
great.
but, like,
well, clutch is when you talk greatest player.
It isn't clutch because even when there's 20 seconds left, he's still going to make 2 shots off, and he's going to make one of them.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing with him. He is definitely the purest, best shooter we've ever seen in our lifetime. And you can talk about Larry and all these guys. Steph is the best shooter we've ever seen. But here's the thing: Steph does a lot for the game. But here's the other side of Steph. Steph, 20 years ago, would be compared to the Larry Birds, the Michael Jordans. He'd be compared. The problem is we live in the social media era now.
That he's that much bigger?
Well, like, no, not even much bigger. No. What I'm getting at is, like, look at his little thing on ESPN now. Steph ruined the game.
Well, he changed the game, and that's what people are saying. Is like, is there other players that, like, he eliminated, like, I saw the whole rant from Colin Cowherd, and he's talking about he eliminated the center, kids in every single gym, like even your girls.
No, they do. They walk in,
look at
jack
your
up
girl
the three.
that shoots the 3 now.
But she's always shot the 3 before Steph.
But it was right about the same time. She's not that old.
But here's the thing: she wasn't watching basketball.
But it was a thing. Like maybe whoever told her.
No.
But there's always been that kid that had a shot. But now that there's offenses for it.
Well, there's big shooting.
There's plans.
But a couple years ago, I was in Vegas at a coach's.
And girls are always better shooters.
Oh, well, always. Because they're more fundamentally sound.
And the ball smaller.
That too, but they're more fundamentally sound. But actually, Bill Cartwright said it the best, and then Bill Walton touched up on it at the same clinic. Us as youth coaches, us as rec coaches, us as high school coaches, we dictate the game. What we teach, and it would carry over to football.
Well, and no, it doesn't even carry. Football's the same thing. When you see the just like the spread game opened up, just like the West Coast offense opened up, just like whatever, the Green Bay Packers having pulling guards and shit.
Right.
The forward pass, the game evolves.
But the game evolves. But us as coaches at the lower level, they're
the first ones that do it.
We dictate how the game goes.
In football, you're going to see a high school coach.
Well, you're going to take your best
and
athlete.
A college coach, and then when you see it translate to the pro, you're like, oh, just like look the Wildcat thing.
Well, yeah, and it lasted for a little bit until somebody shut it down.
But it changed the whole offense, and then it's something new.
But it comes down to like when you're in high school football, and this is a perfect example. You're going to take your best athlete and you want to put the ball in his hand. What's the easiest way to get the ball in his hand? Make him a quarterback, right?
Well, right. That's why the number one rule almost in high school football is put your best athlete at quarterback.
Right. So it's the same thing in basketball.
That's why Tim Tebow was a quarterback. Not because he was a good quarterback.
No, he was the best great athlete. And 3 is always more than 2, no matter what fucking math.
Well, now you're playing Moneyball on top of it.
Exactly.
You're doing the freaking, what's the Billy Bean?
That was the athletics, right? They did Moneyball?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was Brad Pitt.
So when you look at it like from that standpoint of like, if you don't play the shot clock, if you don't play we're going to take the 24, the 35 seconds off the shot clock, and we're going to push down. And it kind of goes back to D'Antonio, right? Like, remember when he was with the Suns and they played that 12 seconds or less ball?
Well,
imagine 12 seconds or less ball with Golden State's team right now.
That's almost,
he'd be a fucking genius.
Yeah,
he'd be a fucking. He would be the next.
Well,
Phil
let's
Jackson.
even take it to the guy who was the coach for Loyola.
LMU.
Yes, LMU. That fast ball, yes, you had to hustle, but at the end of the day, what people realized because of that and might have sparked interest was like they're getting way more opportunities.
Well, yeah. So 52 or 82. What do you want? You want 52 shots on the rim, or you want 82?
Exactly. The whole 2-for-1, like, hey, let's hurry up and take a shot so we could get 2 opportunities instead of 1.
Yeah, and we're the same as saying that's
it's better than fouling.
No,
it's better than fouling.
It is.
Before it used to be like, okay, we're in a clutch situation. If we miss, foul.
Yeah.
Or it was like, no, hurry up and shoot. We'll get in.
Yeah.
There's enough time
we're
to shoot another one.
Another opportunity.
Because we're that good at shooting and it's a 3-point game.
No, and you look at us as saying we're the same way. I tell the girls coming in the Pirate Pie baby. I tell the girls coming in the gym, if you're fucking open and you don't shoot the ball, you can't play for me. You can't play for me. Now, there will become a time in a game where you're like 0 for 6.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, how about you stop jacking up threes to go get a layup or a mid-range jumper? But I do tell them, if you're open and you don't shoot the fucking ball, you can't play for me because you are not a threat. So the defense doesn't have to move to you.
Yes.
Right? And
everyone needs to be able to get moved to. So, look at, because that's where you get the, and look at, you're thinking about scoring. But you might create a great passer.
Absolutely.
And that's the best thing. When you could pull someone to you or a defense has to rotate to you, someone's going to be open.
Well, bring the best defender out, the big, bring them out, and let's kick it inside and let's get an easy 2. But we got to move the defense.
Yeah.
Got to move them.
So, but these pros ain't doing any defense in the East Coast.
There is no
bro.
defense.
The East Coast defense is just, because look at, even though it's the West and they're throwing up way more numbers, I wouldn't say the Rockets kind of looked bad a couple games. Portland looked bad, but they were tired. And
Portland was just mismatched.
It was.
But Damian Lillard's a god.
I gotta look at. It's just me and you today. Foy ain't here.
Fucking Foy.
Fucking Foy's at the All-Star Coaches Dinner Clinic at the bar, and he's drinking for free, whatever, because he's coaching the All-Star game.
Because he's the man.
But he called the sweep, and I was like, I thought, look at, and Portland passed even the last couple of years. And they did a pretty good. I think they when you saw them struggle against Denver, I was like, okay. But the series before that, I was like, okay, let's not. I've seen tough series. Conference finals have not been easy for the Warriors. You know, everyone's like, oh, the Warriors are so good, they win all the time. Conference finals and LeBron is not easy back to back.
Well, they never played them in the finals. They played them in the finals, not conference.
Who? Oh, Portland.
Golden State never played LeBron in the finals.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying back to back.
Right.
Back to back. Because people like underestimate. I'm like, that's very difficult.
Well, you got to remember
the conference finals is sometimes tougher than LeBron.
Well, and you got to remember this.
But LeBron is taking it to Game 7, to 6, to 5.
But you got to remember too, like when you look at like Golden State, the one thing, and I fucking hate Golden State. I'm gonna say it right here. I fucking hate Golden State.
Yeah.
The one thing I will give them is they're like LeBron. They have played more games.
They don't have time off.
Year.
And USA games.
Yes.
And it's the Kobe thing almost. It's like they don't really get that much time off.
But we won't even go to the USA. That because that's a choice, right? Like you choose to play.
But they play.
No, they do. And
they stepped out. I think Steph stepped out last year.
But you look at the fact that we're talking about we are in the end of May. We're about to go into June.
Guys are thinking about the Drew League right now.
Well, and Golden State is still playing. And they're about to keep playing in the middle of June.
Oh, yeah.
And then let's remember.
Look at the finals didn't even start till the 10th.
Right. And then in October.
They already swept the team. These guys are tied 2-2 in the East.
But in October. It's 3-2 now. It's
not 3-2. I'm sorry. Yes. So.
But you're talking about they're going to come back in less than 4 months and have to go again. And they've done this for 5 straight years. So that's the one thing I'll give Golden State.
They've played so many more games.
Yeah, and
that's why Kevin Durant's numbers are up. Like even though he went to the finals, but with Oklahoma,
right,
and he's done a good job. He's been to conference finals. Getting to the finals with the Warriors, you're playing so many more games.
And he's done. He's leaving.
I don't think so.
He's done. You can't keep him.
Okay. Real quick, I'm just gonna ask you one question so we can finish our last. Who is more influential on the sideline, Drake or Spike Lee?
To me or to today?
To you overall. You lived through both of them.
Spike Lee is more influential.
On the sideline. I'm not saying what movies he did and what music he made.
Here's my thing.
Who's winning the game on the sideline?
Oh, who's winning the game?
Who's helping the team win the game?
Drake.
Drake is helping
because he's more energetic.
He's the best player on the fucking team.
He should be kicked out of the fucking gym, though.
Are his antics too much?
Too much.
Why?
Because he steps onto the floor.
I
don't give a fuck.
He does a good job of staying behind the line.
What are you talking about? He was in front of the scorer's table the other day.
That's behind the line.
Doesn't matter. If you did it, you'd be in jail.
He's got the ticket.
I don't give a fuck.
I think he's a part owner now.
He might be. Okay, so if he's a part owner, if he does have ownership, I ain't saying shit.
Okay, let's take it back. Drake or Mark Cuban?
Mark Cuban, he owned the fucking team. He's a billionaire.
Okay, who else is who's another sideline guy? Real quick, we got Jack, we got Drake,
Clippers
we got
guy's a sideline guy, but he sits in the
who's
stands.
the old guy with the leather hat he was there for he's wiry white hair.
Wait, you talking about the old owner?
The skinny, was he an owner? No, he's always been the number one fan. I thought.
Oh no, Billy Crystal's the number one Clippers fan.
No. They're the old guy, bro, dude. He's been there a long.
With the Clippers?
He was, yes.
So the only two guys come to mind with me with the Clippers, but minus the new owner.
I can't believe you haven't seen him.
Billy Crystal.
I'm gonna look him up right now.
Go ahead. Billy Crystal, and then Clipper Darryl.
But what about E40 and Guy Fieri up for the Warriors?
But that's fine. Don't step on the
Jessica
floor.
Alba came to a Warrior
I
game.
love Jessica Alba. She's so hot.
Oh my god. Who else is the best thing? Oh, I'll give. So a girl I went to high school with, Lydia Marquez.
Don't know.
You of course you don't, but guess what? You probably had her dad's cheese, Marquez brothers cheese. I went to high school with her.
I try when it comes to women. I try to stay away from the cheese.
Don't worry about it, dude. This girl. So this is like going to high school where I went to high school. It just happened to be an area where the family landed, right? And cool girl, casual, normal friend, whatever. I think my friend dated her for a little bit. My boy Steve. Anyways, I don't know what number championship this was for Kobe. I think it was a white jersey, but I'm in my buddy Sketch's room watching his fucking new fucking Panasonic TV, and she's sitting next to Anthony Kiedis. You know what I mean? So that was pretty cool. I was like, oh, and she's on TV because they're showing him. She's right, dude. I'm talking.
Did she stand
right
up
next to him?
Did she stand up and show her tits?
Oh no, dude. Lydia
So she
I
wasn't.
think she's, dude.
She wasn't being Drake.
I'll give it up to this girl for being as, dude. I'm talking. She had like 3 or 4 cars that I know she drove to high school.
At a girl.
Porsches. When I went to San Diego one time, the only time I've been to San Diego, she was driving a Bentley.
At a girl.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, she's a baller.
Did she drive it on the floor?
Dude, her brother.
Because Drake would have drove that shit
Her
on the
brother
floor.
Gus, actually, I think he's a paraplegic now. Because, like, he crashed of a high-end car, a Porsche, a Ferrari. But, like, they're well off, bro.
Okay.
And so, but that was, like, a thing. It was like, but Drake, he's winning games for Toronto, bro. I think did you see the Jurassic Park?
Yeah, no, tonight.
Lot
That was tight. That was tight. And I don't give you a negative for being a super fan. Be a super fan.
I don't know if him. Yeah.
Don't step out on the floor.
Toronto needs it though. It's a cool city.
I don't give a fuck if they need it or not.
When he's not stepping on the floor, his scores table is on the floor.
It is. Could you step in front of the scores table?
I'm not Drake.
It doesn't matter.
I can't rap like that. I can't even sing like that.
Even if you could rap like that.
Come on, dude, I'd do it.
And you get kicked out.
No, that wouldn't.
But here's the thing.
No,
why wasn't
I get better seats.
Why wasn't Drake at the Milwaukee game? Because he can't do that shit in Milwaukee.
I was wondering.
Because he can't do that shit in Milwaukee. Security's gonna
now,
throw
this
him
is
out.
the thing. Spike Lee would go to Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Because he might stand up, but he ain't stepping on the floor.
No.
He ain't massaging the coach, which is kind of feminine.
But
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that, little Drake.
I'm not going to hate on it. I'll tell you what. There's a couple old dudes in my life that really care about me. And sometimes...
Where is...
This is the only massage I'm getting him during the day. Like, this guy's stressed out. He's in the middle of the game.
Where is Pusha T when you need him?
I told you, Aaron Rodgers was at the Milwaukee game,
and
courtside.
He lost bad.
And he was sitting next to the Bucks owner's daughter.
But...
A 10, by the way.
But
probably the female of the day yesterday. And she's wearing a Pusha T t-shirt.
Yeah. But he lost.
They lost.
Well, you know why she was wearing the Pusha T t-shirt.
To rap at Drake.
Yeah.
Because they had the beef last year.
And Pusha T murdered him. But Aaron Rodgers lost the beer chugging contest. And let me tell you, he chugged beer like a 3-year-old.
I'll tell you, look at.
Like a 3-year-old.
A lot of people, look at. You want to talk about the beer? Aaron Rodgers is in the public eye right now.
Right.
Because his Game of Thrones comments.
That was terrible. Game of Thrones is stupid.
Like, it's not stupid, but when you're an NFL quarterback, like, do I like how interested he is in it? And he was really, like, one, you're dating Danica Patrick.
Hot.
Or they broke it up because I'd be pissed. Danica's not happy with him sitting next to her. 2, really into Game of Thrones. I bet, like, last year, you know what Aaron Rodgers was doing at this time? Yelling at young receivers.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a bad year.
Oh.
He's got a new coach. He's got a new offense to learn. I don't know. I don't think he's worth what he got paid last year.
No, he's not.
I think he's going. Aaron Rodgers is being affected by how rich he is right now.
Yeah, you think?
I think he's.
You think?
I wouldn't call it right now. I'm not tripping if Aaron Rodgers gets like a grill in like the next 3 months.
If he gets a grill, I will shave my head.
But he's like on that path.
No, he's
definitely on that path.
He's coming self-centered.
It's a little different, but you know, he's one of the greats. It's crazy.
But is he really?
I don't know why people love him so much sometimes.
Is he really?
Is he?
I don't think so.
There's a lot
Here's
of
the
questions.
thing, and we know on my show, even the coach show, I am not a Tom Brady fan.
But he's way better than Aaron Rodgers.
But I would take Tom Brady in a heartbeat over Aaron Rodgers.
Way better than Aaron Rodgers.
Take him in a heartbeat over Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, so I want to bring you back to Vegas. We talked about this earlier.
Let's go.
I want to keep it personal. Me and you.
Let's go.
Basketball coaches.
Yep.
And I mentioned her name. I followed her on Instagram.
Oh, yeah. We're going to find out where she goes.
Jenna Bandy.
So
she plays. This girl is a Southern California
Women's League.
Is it the Ballin' Babes?
Ballin' Babes.
She's in the league. She did a 3-point contest last week. You know, King Batch was there.
So wait. You're following her.
Oh, dude, I'm a Jenna Bandy fan.
And she's fucking hot. She was at a high school coach.
Like is she a stellar 10? There's other girls out there for sure. I like her game.
Stellar 10.
I like her game so much. She's got a butt chin. There's some negatives, okay? Like, I don't like her feet at the end of her J.
Okay.
But she, she scores. She's got the game. She's got the hezzy. She's blonde. She wears headbands. People know about her, bro.
She has 135,000 followers on Instagram.
Fucking, Jenna Bandy. So she's the head. You tell me about her. I'm like, I forget who I'm talking about. One coach that's cute, this or that, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, hey, you have to check out this coach. She was coaching at Calabasas or Thousand Oaks. I think she lives in Thousand Oaks, though, right?
Yeah, so she was from Thousand Oaks, 4-year varsity starter. Then
she
went
played
to
at
Monterey.
Yes.
Cal State Monterey.
Dude, she had some highlights she posted.
Yep.
Like during the she scored points. Monterey's a great school. The Sea Otters. No big deal. But she plays in LA for the Ballin' Babes. And she does like all-star appearances if they need females.
Yep.
Because she's cute and she's got mad game.
Mad game.
She'll shoot on. She takes it like everyone. Like she's got a shot. Yeah. She'll hit the 3. But she takes it to the rim.
Dimers.
And she's got fucking jelly.
Yep.
By the way, I love the whole jelly game.
Absolutely.
Because I can't dunk in a game.
Okay.
In a game, even when I think I tell people I could have dunked, I don't think I could ever done it in a game. That's me jumping off the recycling bin that they used to give you.
That's okay. Nobody has to know.
I'm not saying that's a truth. I'm not denying or saying it didn't happen.
That's all right. Full deniability.
But
when it
Jenna
comes
Bandy, look her up.
Look her up.
She's I'm a definite fan. She's on my starting lineup. I'm giving it to her.
And she was born in 92, so she's young.
How? Okay, I'm not doing the math on it. 20, whatever.
12 years younger than me. I'm 38.
Okay, anyways.
26.
But, dude, so you said she left Calabasas or Thousand Oaks?
No, she left Thousand Oaks High School, and I'm trying to look right now.
But you said Vegas or
Vegas? LA? No, Thousand Oaks.
No, she left for what?
I'm looking right now. I'm trying to find it.
But what did you tell me initially?
She left to go to a JC.
Okay.
She's coaching at a JC.
But she's a girls basketball coach. She plays it for the Ballin' Babes.
She was Thousand Oaks.
Yeah.
She was Thousand Oaks head varsity coach.
She's a coach, but she's got mad game. She's probably pretty much my starting lineup.
Oh, she's a baller.
We haven't had a starting lineup in a long time, Jade. You got any starters or riding the pine?
Basketball players?
Anyone?
Just anybody?
Sure. Check that. I'll do a basketball player starting lineup. Someone I almost might even buy a jersey, and I haven't had a current player jersey since my Pizzle Pete Maravich jersey.
We're talking females.
No, I'm going back to my Warriors. So we're talking about 6 guys. The whole freaking the other 3 and 4 guys on the Raptors and Buccaneers. If you talk about the other 3 or 4 guys on the Warriors, like I think Kayvon Looney is phenomenal.
Okay,
I think his rebound game has created at least 10 more opportunities a game where they're like 60% for the Warriors. And the attempts he's taken are dude, I love his game right now.
Okay. I got
think
you.
he's a huge and their offensive rebounds. You know, those second chance rebounds where it's a quick shot. Not only is it 1 for 2, sometimes it's 3 for 2.
Right.
Because of him.
Right.
4 for 2. You know.
Well, so on my list would be CKM, or the fuck his name is.
Right.
He's
because the big guy is not out of the game.
No.
The when it comes down to these final games, you need the big man. And Bogut's still influential.
Yeah, Bogut and Gasol's tearing it up right now.
Yeah, dude, you got to have a Gasol in the playoffs in the last 10 years.
Yeah, definitely. You got to have bigs. You got to
Who
have bigs.
Who else is in the?
No, unfortunately, you take the Trailblazers out, so you got to take all those players out because they're just not in it no more.
I know.
And you limit yourself.
But yeah, no bad beef in between there. But talking about bad beef, what about the Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown stuff?
Here's the way I look at it: Roethlisberger, you're the man, but you beat women.
You rape women, and
you rape women.
Look, if you said it, you waited like a month to open up about it. So when AB says fucking Two-Face, it really looks Two-Face.
Yeah, it does.
If you did it immediately, you'd be like, okay. Like, look at sometimes I get in a fight with my wife. I say sorry immediately.
Absolutely.
I feel stupid immediately.
Absolutely. Well, Roethlisberger is your typical woman.
But if I told her a month later.
Well, that's because he's a woman. He's like a woman.
You know what I mean?
Right? You fight with So here's the thing. You fight with your wife. And then you fight with your wife. And then you fight with your wife. It could happen 3-4 times in a month. By the 4th or 5th time you fight with your wife, everything you've ever said, everything you've ever done,
dude, everything's against you.
All of a sudden, they store that shit up, right? And it's like, you remember that one time you came home at 2 a.m? No, I don't fucking remember because it was 7 months ago.
Right.
And that's Roethlisberger. He's like a woman. He stored everything up. He waited till he had enough ammunition and he came at AB.
Dude, so who looks worse right now as far as like Ben Roethlisberger looking two-faced, or what's Kobe's ex-agent who got like
Rob Pelinka. Fucking douchebag.
Who's more two-faced?
Rob Pelinka.
Rob Pelinka's fucking...
Magic's not here. He's not in the building. You're a fucking douche.
Rob Pelinka, like, Magic looks... At first I was like, oh, LeBron. LeBron walked into a fucking shit show.
Well, here's the thing, right?
No one realizes that LeBron thought, hey, I could show up. I'm big enough. It's LA.
Yep.
It'll just work itself out.
Yep.
Nope. It's a fucking shit show. And I have to listen to Stephen A.
Oh, dude.
And fucking everyone talk about fucking... But because before this whole Rob Pelinka thing came out, it was like LeBron and Magic couldn't handle each other.
Right. No. And here's the thing. Let's go double fold on this. First off, I'm a diehard Clippers fan, been since the 90s.
Good for you.
I love the fact the
Favorite
Lakers...
Clipper all time. Quick.
All time?
All time Clipper.
For me?
Quick.
Darius Miles.
Boom.
For me. Like Quentin. There's a lot of other players.
Oh my God.
But I got to go back to my guy.
It was one of my favorite slam covers.
Van Wilder. Oh my God. Van Wilder.
Okay.
For me. IQ. I like them all. But here's the thing, right? I only became a Clippers fan because I moved to fucking Southern California, which I call Central California, but everybody calls it Southern. To Central California. Everybody's a fucking Lakers fan. Right. I was a diehard Jordan fan.
How were you not?
Not a Bulls fan. Jordan fan.
I'm with you. I got you.
Right? So when I got here and everybody was like, oh, Lakers. I'm like, fuck, who's the other? Oh, Clippers? I'll take them. They fucking sucked. And then they got good.
Dude.
But they sucked.
They did, yeah.
But
I think the best thing about the Clippers now, and at first I didn't like it, I think Doc is perfect.
He's working out. I don't like him, but he's working out.
He's working out.
But, like I said, double fold. When the Lakers fucking look in turmoil, I love it as a Clippers fan. Like, fuck you, we're the better team in LA.
But it's not supposed to be that way.
And it's not. And flip it to the other side. LeBron came in, and every LeBron hater was like, oh, LeBron's going to try to run the team. Da-da-da-da. LeBron's done absolutely nothing but play fucking basketball.
He just tried. He coasted. He played.
I don't think he coasted.
I don't think he did amazing. He didn't try.
Like, I mean, what do you mean? So let's remember
dude,
before.
When he's playing,
wait.
The Phoenix Suns.
But
when he's
no. Let's have this. Let's be legit. If we're gonna have this conversation,
how injured was he?
Well, that's what we're going to. Let's have this conversation.
I don't want to.
Before he got injured, he was the MVP. Even playing for the Lakers, they were talking about this man as the MVP, and the Lakers were competing for the playoffs, which I did not think. And I'm a LeBron guy. So when LeBron came there, I'm like, there's no fucking way they're going to compete. They're competing. They're in like the 3 seed. They're like up there. And I'm going, how the fuck is, and I'm a Clipper guy. So I don't want to see and I'm a LeBron guy and a Clipper guy. I don't want to see the Lakers succeed. And I'm like, this motherfucker's got him at like the 3rd seed right now, 30 games into the season before the All-Star break. This motherfucker's doing something I never would have thought. Then he gets injured. I don't know how bad the injury was. And then all of a sudden they fall shit. But here's the thing. Pelinka's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You sabotaged the Anthony Davis deal, and I don't give a fuck. Everybody's going to say.
Is that what it was?
Well, they're going to say, like, Magic couldn't get it done. It's fucking Magic Johnson. I hate the Lakers. I hate Magic. But it's fucking Magic Johnson.
But you don't. But
he
if
is
you saw
Tupac.
Magic and
he is Tupac. He's Tupac. You do for him no matter what. I don't give a fuck what GM you are in the fucking NBA. Magic Johnson calls
Tupac.
you and he tells you, I'm going to give you all this shit for this guy.
That's what I'm saying.
You do it.
You do. It's Magic. Like, you had the golden pass. You know what's so funny is that, you know how Michigan State was so good?
Right.
Tom Izzo? Like, why he had, like, certain players? Magic would be like, hey, you need to come to Michigan State.
You need to go to Michigan State.
You need to go to Michigan State.
Well, think about it like this.
He would do 2 or 3 visits every year.
We're talking
For
about
sure.
today. A lot of these kids don't know who Jordan is. A lot of kids say, here's the thing. Magic,
look at Magic and Michael
is
are transcendent.
But here's
Stop.
the thing. Magic is not Michael.
Larry's being left behind.
But Magic is not Michael. He's not Michael. But here's the funny thing. Find me a basketball player today, freshman in any high school in the United States. They're going to know 2 players
Those are the
all
two.
the time. Michael is always going to be first because he's Michael. Next is going to be Magic.
You know who's next?
Probably Dwight Howard. Something
No,
stupid.
It's Larry because he's white.
Well, maybe. No, it's actually Steph Curry, unfortunately.
He's white too.
He's half. He's half.
Because the best thing about him is his white game.
Okay. I can shoot the
man.
rock. But it's just crazy because Pelinka has fucked the Lakers. Then
He's
Magic.
a shady character.
And then Magic comes
the
out.
Genie Bus, Rambus thing and everything. Like,
Well,
I know
okay.
they don't know what's going on.
Rambus needs to
but
get the
he's
fuck
the
out.
bad guy.
Well,
He
Rambus
reminds
needs
me
to
of
get out.
Littlefinger in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And
I
know
don't
you
watch Game of Thrones.
I even watched it last season yet, and I'm supposed to, and it finished, and I'm kind of glad it's over. And you know what? I'm glad I didn't watch the last season with everyone because I like to knock it out in a marathon.
Okay.
I'm a marathoner.
I like it.
I don't wait a week. Right? I'm gonna watch it. I stole the code from Foy, so I know he's got HBO Go. So
All right. That's okay.
guess what? I'm stealing it.
Do what you got to do.
Right?
Do what you got to do.
And guess what? Like I said, I didn't watch the last 6 weeks. We even had episodes strictly on this shit. But no one's happy with the ending. You saw the Aaron Rodgers thing. People are talking about dragons. They're like, so the dragon.
Hey.
So I know a dragon survived.
So Game of
And
Thrones.
it's flying around, and I really don't know how it finished.
So Game of Thrones for me this season. You know what I know about Game of Thrones for this whole fucking season?
Everyone survived.
I know 2 things.
Tell me.
I'll tell you the worst, then I'll tell you the best thing I know.
Give it to
The
me.
worst thing I know is nobody's happy.
No one's happy.
And I don't give a fuck, so it's the worst.
Boom.
You know what the best thing is?
Tell me.
There was a fucking Starbucks cups left in an episode.
No water bottle. And a Starbucks?
Starbucks cup.
No, there was a water bottle too.
Oh, see, I didn't see the water bottle.
Oh, yeah.
I seen the Starbucks cup.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
it
but
was,
that kind of shit happens all the time.
and it was trending, and I'm like, I'm a Sons of Anarchy guy. I watched the Mayans last season. First
How
season.
was the Mayans for
I
you?
loved it. It wasn't as good as Sons of but I loved it. But here's the thing.
Is the
When-
second season going to be hype?
I hope so. But I walk away from the Mayans, and I can't tell you if somebody left a cup, a fucking dong, anything in the fucking season. I didn't notice any of that shit. So that tells me how good your series is. When your own fans don't remember the story, they remember the fact you left a fucking Starbucks cup sitting on your desk
Stop.
in your fucking shit.
No, that's good. Dude, it's been watched that much. There's all these things that come back.
You know what else got watched that much? Debbie Did Dallas.
Shut the fuck up.
That's what else got watched that much.
What do you
I
want?
don't give a fuck.
You watched Debbie. So that's a classic porn.
It probably is.
And
We go
everyone
porn
knows.
talk? You wanna go porn
everyone
talk?
kind of knows that I'm like I frequent.
Well,
you know, like I'm
Pretty
not,
much every coach on our staff
who doesn't?
frequents.
Who like? I almost like if you told me you don't watch porn at least once a week.
Oh, porn. Everybody watches porn. Frequent porn is a different thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like you watch porn at least once a week.
At
Like,
least once a week. That's fine.
you know, you sneak away and you get 3 minutes to yourself. And I have a phone. Like there's no other fun websites. Like it's insane.
There's no other fun websites?
Well, like what? Yeah, I don't go to websites. Like I have apps for that. Like I don't go. To,
you got
I
porn
don't.
apps?
I don't have a porn app. Like there is porn apps. I guarantee there is.
I guarantee.
But I'm not. That's too obvious.
Well, you don't want to pay. You're Paolo.
Why?
You're Paolo. You ain't paying.
Why? You see these? Do you remember? Like, I think it was like 8 years ago. Some governor got caught like $50,000 on porn websites.
Good for him.
like,
good for you.
What?
Well,
$50,000?
That was like when Bill Clinton got a blowy. Thanks for being American.
But it's like, do you really need that? Like on, like the one-on-one fucking live cam, and drop coin to some chick?
Good for you.
No, I'm not a live cam. I've never live cammed.
Okay, but he might like it.
I'm 50,
everybody has their
000?
thing, but everybody has their thing.
I can pretend.
Some people like
it's a live
choking. Some people like cousins. Some people like cousins.
Why are you even saying this? Like I know something's going on. You're telling me a backstory I don't know.
There's a head coach in our football league that likes cousins.
Oh fuck, that's whatever. Look at the kissing cousin, but it's been said that like incestual comments, like when you go to a porn site, it'll be like
brother and sister, uncle
steps,
and
step,
well, the big one right now is step. Yeah,
stepsisters while dad's in the garage or while mom's in there.
So there's a
or
coach.
Stepdad.
So there's a coach. Let's go to this. There's a coach in our circle with an Irish last name, not Finley.
Stop.
That likes cousins. And I gotta say it just because he's not here.
No, he's not here. Fuck, dude, you're calling people out.
I'm a dick.
That's my guy, but
no,
but look,
but the porn industry, like the genres, are fucking weird today.
I'm not. So, I'm a classic guy.
So what do you like?
I just want
like farm.
You know what I do? I pick the best girl. Like who are guys that do? It's you know who? Like,
I don't even know.
I miss Jenna Hayes. I like Jenna. When Jenna Hayes was popular, I like Jenna Hayes.
I remember Jenna Jameson.
Jenna Jameson, because she was the second Jenna.
Well, because she went to Bonanza High School in Vegas.
Whatever. I don't care. She looks horrible now.
She probably looked horrible then.
Right?
I didn't watch porn back then.
There's a handful of them. There's... Anyway.
So who's number one? Names. No, we're having a conversation. Who's the number one porn chick today?
Right now on...
Like that you could think of off the top of your head.
So, well,
who's rocking today?
So like Mia's done.
Mia Khalifa, yeah.
Right.
She was like a 6 month and done, right?
Who's the God? There's a girl with huge, like, she's.
If my guy was here, we could ask him because he would know.
Dude, Matt Ped would know.
Is Matt into that shit too?
Dude, Matt is a genius.
Like more so than our guy?
Way more. Our guy's not even close.
Not even on that level?
Not even close. No, but it's she's got like dark black hair.
See, I don't know.
I know, but hold on. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, so hold
on. I got the list for
you. Are you there?
Yes, mine, and it's exactly who I thought number one was. Her name is Lana Rhoades.
Okay, I've heard the name.
So she's thick, black hair, huge,
Can't.
blue eyes, black hair.
What?
Huge, everything else, and she's got a little butt tattoo like Jenna had.
Okay.
I think it's a double heart.
As long as it's not the
Two
octopus.
is Mia. Still. And I'm not a fan of Mia.
Still, okay.
I've never even watched a Mia. I'm just not.
I think I've seen one.
Right. I like her a lot. Number 3 is Riley Reid.
Okay. Yeah. I can see that.
I'm a huge fan.
I can see that.
Now, she's done some stupid things with the fucking mumble rappers.
What?
Like fucking smoking off a blunt off fucking Little Pump's toast.
Oh, really? I don't see that shit.
It's horrible.
I hate mumble rap.
4, my Jewish girl is Abella Danger. I like her. We're jumping into the mature scene with Brandy Love.
I don't even know these names.
Lena Paul, Mia Malkova.
Don't know any of these.
Aniston. Alexis Texas?
Nope.
Alexis Texas?
I don't watch porn like that, dude.
Dude.
I might catch a video here and there.
And I think that's 10. That's the top 10. Oh, no. Number 10 is Karma RX.
Okay, so...
I have no idea who she is.
So, as gay as it is, who's the number one guy? Who's the man today? Because you watch all these videos, there's got to be...
Peter North and...
those are old school.
Who's the fucking... the fat dude? Jeremy. Ron Jeremy.
But, like, there's got to be a new guy today that's, like, the man now. You got all these girls.
I'm afraid, dude. You're gonna make me go somewhere.
No,
on my
don't
phone.
look. Don't look. No,
you're gonna make me go somewhere on my phone
because your wife might leave you for that.
I'm gonna look up a guy, and it's gonna be not that there's anything wrong with that. It might be a gay dude.
It's okay. Here's my thing though. So we live in a world today when we were younger, and we had to find porn on VHS. Right?
No, you had it like each neighborhood had like a porn stash, and me and another dude were talking about
that's
that
what I'm saying.
this week.
So
like,
but the guy was the guy, and the girl was the girl. Bottom line, back then.
Right.
We live in a world today where everybody knows all the porn girls. Nobody knows the porn guys.
There's a couple dudes.
I don't know any of them.
Besides I think one is like, I don't want to say his name is like Jesse James.
I heard that name, but I thought that was a chick.
He did the videos with the girl from 16 and Pregnant, Farrah
Fawcett or
Farrah, whatever.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Farrah.
I seen that. I actually seen that video.
Right,
it was weird.
I think he's Jesse James.
That was.
I know
weird.
that guy. There's a couple. There's like the big black dude, Lexington Steele or Lex Steele.
I don't know.
Whatever.
So he's got to be packing.
There's. You know what's crazy? There's some English dude with the Chelsea tattoo.
Oh, really? On it?
His arm. No, on his
arm.
I
thought you meant on his
thing. Always like, his arm's always in there, and it always says Chelsea. And so I always figure some like English dude who loves his soccer team.
Nice. Oh, I thought you were talking about like Chelsea Handler.
No. His
because we know she likes it.
She'd be an amazing porn star. Who should be a porn star?
Who should be, or who would I like to see?
Who would you like to see be a porn star?
Jessica Biel or Jessica Alba?
Oh, Alba would be great. If she had a porn star mentality, plus her body.
Either or.
Oh, Biel's she's
or even Aniston.
Oh, she'd be classic.
Aniston?
Jennifer Aniston would. There's, I think her last name is Love. Jennifer Love.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston would
Jennifer
knock her
Love
water.
Hewitt.
Oh my gosh.
About, right? Big old
she would be the best.
No.
She'd knock people out of the water.
I wouldn't probably mind seeing like Nicki Minaj be a porn star.
Oh, Nicki Minaj or Lil Kim?
Nicki Minaj.
Now, who's that girl again? I forget her
Cardi
name.
B, terrible.
Oh God, I've seen that like when she was a stripper and like her boobs are so fake.
Yeah, well, and
they look like fake. Fucking like Tonka toys.
She's even more fake now.
Oh, it's horrible.
She's horrible.
I like Quavo. Like I'm glad you guys.
That's the best he's gonna get. Good for him.
No, it's not.
It is.
He could do so much better, but like she's got.
Who's gonna be better for him?
Like money or like looking?
All of it. Money and looking.
He could get way better looking.
Have you seen him?
Dude, that matters. That matters.
He reads at a second grade level. You can't date somebody you can't spell their name.
Way to drop education though.
Cardi B is easy to spell. Cardi B.
Oh my goodness.
Come on now.
That's my guy. All right. Anything else going on in sports?
Nothing else. Sports is dead now. We're in what we call the dead
summertime.
period.
We just finished spring football, San Ynez. We had a passing league against Santa Maria. Everything was pretty successful.
Look good.
Receivers are on point. Girls basketball is on point. This is another episode of Hold My Whistle. Hope you had fun. My boy Reka.
I can't wait to come back.
It's Paolo. Much love to Jenna Bandy. Hopefully we ever get to bump into each other. Maybe we'll do a 3-point contest.
We'll get her on a Hold My Whistle.
In a heartbeat. Have a good one. We'll see you soon.
Later.
Sean, fuck you.
Yeah, Sean.
Can you blow my whistle, baby? Whistle, baby, let me know. Girl, I'm gonna show you how to do it, and we start real slow. You just put your lips together